Hi everyone, it's Emilia. I'm back here with a new video. I've decided that I'm going to make today an update because in a few days it'll be officially 1 whole year that I have been here. When you guys are watching this, it'll be January 11th, 2018, which means I will have been here for exactly 365 days. I just also want to mention that you guys will see this is different. The background is different. Before I used to do the filming right here with the natural lighting, but I decided that I wanted to have a YouTube corner where I can just you know, have this little table in front of me and I can film here, and I can have it's just easier to pick up things that I want to show you guys, or really just feel like I'm having a sit down. It's more fun. Also, the wall is not complete. I added these things for now, you know, and then later on I will be adding more things here. Don't know what yet, haven't decided, we will see. So update. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I work at a salon now. I am a full-time hairdresser, hairstylist, whatever you want to call it. I work at a salon called Mélange. It's in Panko. So if you want to come visit me, hit me up. And yeah, I do everything basically. I'm a full-time hairdresser, so I do colors, cuts, extensions, everything and anything that has to do with hair. I also do makeup. I just recently did bridal makeup. She looked gorgeous and she sent me her wedding photos, and oh my god, she looked so beautiful. Yeah, anyways, so that's, I think, the biggest thing that has taken up a lot of time and a lot of getting used to is working. So I work, you know, full-time, and it's really great. I'm really happy. I love my coworkers. I love where I work. Sometimes, you know, it gets hectic. Sometimes it gets stressful, but I think that's good for me. It's all part of the learning process, as well as I now speak pretty much fluent German. I wouldn't say that my German is, you know, 10 on 10. I think that in percentage-wise, I think I understand about 70%, and I speak about the same. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Actually I do know, but yeah. It's really hard. It's a very, very difficult language. But basically what happened was I studied German. I went to German classes for 2 months. Here it's like you do level A, B, and C, and each level is separated into two sections. So there's A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2. And once you do that, then once you're done C2, then your like level of education and as well as speaking, I guess, is like 100%. Like you're 10 on 10, fully fluent in German. But the way that I am, the type of person that I am, the way my brain works is I was doing A1, and then right after A1 I started A2, and I realized that I was forgetting everything. I wasn't learning. I mean, I was learning a lot, but it was so fast and so much that I kept forgetting a lot of things, and I also wasn't practicing much, which was my fault as well. But again, it's very difficult to speak a new language with somebody who you've been speaking English to, you know, your whole relationship. So it was very hard for me and Arvid to start speaking German with each other. But now I actually speak with Arvid and Finn and Arvid's family and my friends as well. Like, I very much go from English to German, English to German. It's very easy for me now. I've gotten used to it, so that's great. So yeah, so I finished A2, and then I was thinking of continuing B1, but then I was like, you know what, this is really expensive and it's time consuming and I'm not making any money right now, so I'd rather just go look for a job and then learn German that way by, you know, practicing with clients. And so that's what I did. The first few months were really, really difficult. I would get clients that were super understanding, and then I would get clients that were really like, why are you working here if you don't speak German? Like, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, oh, cut me some slack, please. I've literally been working here for like a month, please. Now I've been working there. That was June. I started working in June. And now I've been there for, it's going to be a little over 6 months. No, it's going to be 6 months soon. Yes. And I'm super, super happy. My German has gotten so much better. Thank my clients and my colleagues. And yeah, it's a really, really great salon. We work, also another plus side is that we work with Paul Mitchell, which, if you guys don't know, it's a brand. It's an American brand based in LA, and it's actually vegan and it's cruelty free, and it makes me so happy that that's a product that we use. Everything, like from the, you know, the dyes to the products to even the brushes, everything is cruelty free and vegan and not tested on animals. So I mean, I'm extremely ecstatic about that fact. So fast forward from June to August, I went to Mauritius to visit my grandparents and my family there. And I went with my beautiful boyfriend, Arvid, and as well as my brother from Canada with his girlfriend, Sabrina, who is also my best friend. So we went, all the 4 of us, we met in Mauritius and we stayed there for a month. And it was a magical and amazing experience, and I'm so happy that I went. And yeah, I'm getting a little sad now because basically my grandfather is not doing so well. He hasn't been doing well for a little while now, but I guess right now he's stable, but the dementia is getting worse. And yeah, it's a difficult situation to see somebody that you've seen and known. I'm getting really emotional, I'm sorry guys. But yeah, it's just, I'm not going to talk about it. I don't want to start crying. So it was just very difficult. So it was very difficult to just see my grandfather in that state. But I was glad that the day that we got there, the first day where it was the 4 of us, he actually recognized me. He didn't really know who I was, but he knew that I was, you know, he knew that I was family. He just didn't really know who I was. And he thought that my brother was my dad, which was really funny. But we had such a good time with him and my grandmother and my 2 uncles. We had such an amazing time, and they were so generous with us, and I'm so thankful to have gone, and I cannot wait to go back again. I think that family is very important, especially you know, for me, who my grandparents, you know, both sides of my family have been very, very, both sides, my dad's side of the family as well as my mother's side of the family, they've always been there for us. They've always, for me and my brother, you know, they've always been there for us, and they've always had open arms, and they're just, I've literally been blessed with really, really amazing people. You know, each of them, of course, they each have their own issues that they deal with, but towards me and my brother, there's nothing but support and love, and you know, that's all you can really ask for. So I did one thing though in Mauritius that was absolutely amazing, is where the 4 of us went to swim with dolphins. And before anybody gets these ideas of what swimming with dolphins is, I experienced going to Cuba and we swam with dolphins, which was basically a separated section in the middle of the ocean with enclosed dolphins, and that was really, really sad. I mean, we were happy to, you know, meet a dolphin and touch a dolphin and kiss a dolphin and hold a dolphin, but it was also extremely, extremely hard for especially like you know, it was hard for all of us. I went with my best friends John, LaRue, then my brother Sabrina and Vans, and we went the 6 of us together, and it was really, it was beautiful, but at the same time it was horrible. It was great to interact with a dolphin, but it was horrible to see this dolphin be these dolphins be incarcerated. That was really hard. So when we went to Mauritius and they were like, oh, swim with the dolphins, I was very, very vocal about the fact that if it was going to be incarcerated dolphins, I did not want to have any part in going, participating, or giving my money to something like that. And lucky enough, in Mauritius, basically how it works is you go on a boat and they go to a section where they know that dolphin clans, I don't know, I'm forgetting the word. Anyways, a school of dolphin. My goodness, Emilia, I'm sorry. So basically where it's just like a group of dolphin usually swim, where there's multiple groups of dolphins that swim in that section. So oh my goodness, I'm sorry guys. But yes, so basically this boat goes out into the open water, and when they see dolphins, they tell you to jump off the boat, and then you just jump off the boat and the dolphins are literally right underneath you, and you can swim and kind of like see them, and you have like scuba gear and stuff. And it was so magical. It was so magical, especially to be experiencing it with my boyfriend Arvid and my brother and my best friend Sab. So another great experience was just seeing Sabrina and Arvid interact with my mom's side of the family, because they've both met my father's side of the family, but neither of them had met my mom's side of the family. I mean, a few people from my mom's side of the family that live in Canada, but not my immediate family, like my uncles and my grandparents. Like, they've met my aunts who live in Canada, but you know what I mean, whatever, not all of them. So if you guys hear footsteps, that's actually my dog Pan, who I'm going to get to in a few seconds. So while we were in Mauritius, 2 weeks after being in Mauritius, we decided to go on a nature walk in a forest. It was this really pretty nature walk, so we decided to go. And we were going to this nature walk. We found the parking spot, we parked the car, and as we parked the car, we noticed there was a stray dog in the parking lot, and he or she was just being pet by 2 random other people that were in the parking lot. They were native Mauritians, and they were just petting this dog. So we were like, oh, maybe it's their dog. And as we're getting out of the car, the dog comes to us and starts like just looking at us and kind of just like, so we asked the 2 native Mauritians whether it was their dog or not, and they told us that no, the dog just showed up. And so we decided that we were going to feed the dog because we wanted to make sure that it had enough food and stuff. So we started feeding this dog, and half an hour passed, and it went from feeding this dog who was terrified of us to slowly, very slowly petting this dog, and the dog starting to very slowly play with us, but not enough for us to get close enough to actually hold it or really pet it. It was very just little pets, little pats, because it was a very anxious and stressed out dog. A few minutes after that, it started pouring rain, and the dog got so scared by the rain that it just ran into the forest, and we were like, crap, we can't go on our nature walk. And then me and my best friend Sab were just kind of like, oh my god, this feels so wrong, like let's try to follow the dog and find where it sleeps, and then we can leave food there for it. So we followed where the dog ran to, and we were just kind of like, dog, oh dog, like trying to call to it. Maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes might have passed. We're wet, and we only had one umbrella, so we were really like huddled and walking in this forest, trying to find where this dog had gone, and we could not find its spot. So after 10, 15, 20-ish minutes, Sab and I just looked at each other and we're like, you know what, there's nothing more we can do, we've tried, we should go. And so we get out of the forest and back onto the road. And when we got onto the road, we saw the dog right at the edge of the road. And we were like, oh my goodness, look, it's the dog. And as we said that, this dog saw us and started running towards us and literally jumped on us. And it was just like jumping. And it let us pet it. And it was just like, I was like, what is happening? Oh my god, this dog was so anxious and scared like a few minutes ago. I mean, not a few minutes ago, but a moment ago, and now it's just like it wants to be pet, it wants to play. Like, it was just such a crazy moment. And Sabrina picked up this dog, and we both just looked at each other and were like, do we go? Do we save this dog? Let's just take the dog. No thought process. Literally just 2 dog lovers, animal lovers who just wanted to help a creature out, and we just picked it up and put it in the car. And when it was in the car, we were just like, we're gonna find a way to find this dog a home. We're gonna find it a home, and this is gonna happen. And so we drove around, you know, we were texting people we knew. We were trying to just like, you know, texting my family members, asking anyone, you know, if they could take this dog. We brought the dog back to the apartment we were staying at. And whilst that time we were messaging people, you know, asking a bunch of people if they wanted dogs. In the end, nobody could have a dog because my family members who do have dogs had too many dogs. And it was just, it wasn't the right, it didn't work out with what they wanted. And so in the end, we decided that, okay, we were gonna have to find it like a company that, you know, takes in dogs in Mauritius without, you know, killing them after a few days or whatnot. Unfortunately, we could not find any. You know, it's very much like here where you bring a dog to an adoption center, and if it doesn't get adopted in a few months, they do the deed, which is so sad. And so in that moment, I decided, I had a very, very long conversation with my boyfriend and decided, what if we adopted the dog? What if we brought this dog with us to Berlin? It was a very, very long process. It cost a lot, but not as much as I thought it would. I mean, in the end, yeah, no, it was very expensive, but I told myself I couldn't live with myself to bring the dog back, bring the dog to an adoption center knowing that it would get killed, or just bringing it back to the forest where we found it and abandoning it. And I couldn't deal with it. So we decided to adopt this dog, and this dog is Pan, the dog that's here now. That's the story of how we found her, and that's basically it.
Pan, say hi. Say hi, Pan. Hi. Pan, say hi. Say hi. You're so cute. You're so cute. You're so cute. You're so cute. Yeah. Yeah.
Aww. So her name is Pan. Her full name, you guys are totally gonna make fun of me, but her full name is Pan Phyllis Rocket Sprouts. The reason for that is because so Pan, because Peter Pan. Me and Sab thought about it because it was just Mauritius is kind of like Neverland, so we thought, you know, she comes from Neverland, so Peter Pan, Pan. And then Phyllis was because Phyllis is the name that Susan in Narnia, Susan Pevensey, gives the second movie, Prince Caspian. Susan tells this guy at the beginning of the movie that her name is Phyllis. It made me think of Felix Felicis, I don't know, the potion in Harry Potter, which is liquid luck. And I thought we were lucky, and so was this dog, so was Pan for having found us. So I wanted to give her a name like Lucky, but not Lucky. Felicis seemed like a bit much. And then there's also my friend Feli, so I was like, I don't want to name a dog after a person, so it's just like, no, how's about Phyllis? That's how that came. Rocket is because Arvid, first of all, Pan is an extremely fast runner, and she likes jumping on and off the bed, and she does it sometimes she does it so quickly and so fast that my boyfriend decided that he was going to call her Rocket. And then Sprouts was Pan really likes Brussels sprouts, so that's how the name came to be. Pan, Phyllis, Rocket, Sprouts. We call her Panikin for Anakin Skywalker, and we also call her Pancakes, but that's that. So yeah, that wraps up my update on Mauritius. A great adventure. So happy to have gone, and yeah. Also, I didn't speak about going to Marseille or having my other best friend Vans come to Berlin because as you guys have seen, I've made videos summing up the trip, those two trips. So you guys can tell, obviously I'm super excited and super happy that I did both, like that my best friend Vance came and that I went with another friend Feli to Marseille. That trip and Vance coming here was both amazing. And yeah, so basically we left and then she was delivered a month later. We had to get her sterilized and chipped and microchipped and all that stuff. We couldn't bring her over without her being sterilized. So unfortunate, but you know, it had to be done. And yeah, now she's here and she is literally the happiest dog in the entire world. It's still crazy to think that you know, she comes from Mauritius, which is basically my, like, where my family's from. So it's crazy to be like, oh wow, I have a Mauritian dog with me living in Berlin. But it's nice. She's family. We love her so much, and she's the biggest cuddler. She loves to cuddle, like really, like she'll sleep in her bed during the whole night, and then around 4 to 5 in the morning, she just comes and she'll like jump onto the bed and just sleep right in between me and Arvid, or just like cuddle with me or just cuddle with Arvid. One of the three she does. And then we wake up with her, so that's great. So in between the time from getting back from Mauritius to waiting for Pan to arrive around the first weekend of October, Arvid, Finn, and I, with Arvid's father and his grandparents and, excuse me, his father's brother and sister, so this is the dad's side of the family. When I say Ostfriesland, I mean more the mother's side of the family. So Arvid and Finn's dad lives here in Berlin. Biological dad, stepdad, lives with the mother. Anyways, yeah, long story short. So we all went with the dad's side of the family. We went to Sauerland, which is a part of Germany. And we road tripped there with Arvid and Finn's dad, Marek, and we spent such a good time. It was so nice. Like, most people, especially German people, when they hear Sauerland, they'd be like, oh, that sounds like so boring. It's just landscape. Like, that's it. But you know, for me, I thought it was amazing. I had such a good time. It was really fun to get to spend more time with Arvid and Finn's aunt Judith and get to meet their uncle Jan, and also get to see their grandparents, who we only ever see when we go to Norden, Ostfriesland, because that's where they live. But it was really fun to spend time with their grandparents and the whole family and get to know everyone and go on this like adventure with their family. It was just so fun. Yes, that's what we did the first week of October before Pan got here. And that was extremely fun, and I'm so happy that we did that. So yeah, that's about it for the things that have been happening. Emotionally, for me, this year has been crazy. Has been really a whirlpool of emotions. Relationship-wise, I am the happiest person ever. Like, I don't think that I never knew that I could be as happy as I am now, or as in love. You know, when I first started dating Arvid and we were long distance, and I was just like, oh my god, I love him so much. And I really never thought that it could get past that, but really cheesy, but it can. And I am so happy that you know, he's my partner in life, and you know, this, for me, this is it. We're like, this is solid. Yeah, I just love him. He's my better half. He's the light for me, literally lumos. That's embodies his positivity and his energy, and how much better he makes me. I used to be a lot more aggressive, I think, before I met him. I was a lot more insecure. And yeah, he makes me a better person. He really does. That sounds so cheesy. I sound like I should be like in a romantic comedy or something, but it really is the truth. He makes me a better person. He makes me so happy. And you know, like, we give and take from each other. We're complete opposites. You know, he studies physics and he's a total science geek, and I'm a total art nerd. Like, I love art and theater and music and blah, 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 and all that kind of stuff, and I really don't like math or science or anything in that context, but you know, it works. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Friendship wise and family wise, I'm not going to lie, it's still really hard. It's not nowhere near as hard as it was the first 3 months. I think the first 3 months, after the first 3 months that I was here, that was really my lowest point. I have never felt that, I mean, I have felt that low before, but that was when I was like 14, 15, even 13. But at that point, I felt like I had taken a step back. After 3 months of being here, I felt like I had taken a step back, and I was this fragile, insecure and helpless, depressed, mentally unstable person that I was when I was younger, and that took a really big toll on me. But again, with the support of my family, my friends in Canada, as well as Arvid and Finn here, I really am surrounded by a really great group of people, as well as I've made a new friend. I made my 2 really good friends here are Feli, who you guys have seen before, and another friend named Alex, who I actually met at the salon. And him and her have really been a great support to have here, as well as 2 other friends that I met in my German class, Rafael and Linda, who are older than me, but still great. Rafa actually recently just went back to Mexico, so that's a little sad. He's no longer here, but he was also a great support system. Yeah, I'm really grateful for the people that I have around me, and yeah. News, if you guys follow me on Instagram, I'm going back to Canada in a little over a month. I'm so excited. I'm going for 2 weeks, and I get to see my family and my friends, and I'm so excited. It's gonna be really fun. And yeah, this past Christmas I spent it in Ostfriesland, of course, with Arvid and Finn's family, which was of course magical and beautiful and great, and I had an amazing time, and I'm so happy that I get to spend Christmas with them, because they really are my German family, and I feel so accepted and loved, and I love them so much. And yeah, it's great. I love them. And yeah. Oh yeah, New Year's here was crazy. Like, everybody was telling me, oh, you have a dog now, you know, you have to check, because dogs get really anxious with all the fireworks. Yeah, people in Berlin do fireworks in the city, like from the 31st till like the 2nd, there's just fireworks going on. And it's nice, but like, no, it's also like horrible. Like, I was so stressed out. The entire New Year's Eve was like fun, but so fucking stressful. We went to Warschaustraße to like a friend of a friend's house, which was really great. It was fun, met new people, so that was awesome. But oh my goodness, the fireworks stressed me out so intensely. It was just like, I'm used to seeing fireworks from afar, or once in a while in Canada when you're in the countryside you can do fireworks, but in the city with like over like 200 people on a bridge all fucking doing fireworks all at the same time, it was so intense. And like, Pan was fine. Pan heard, like, we didn't stay the whole night, but she just slept. She was like totally fine. And like, I was there like fucking like screaming, so anxious. I was just like, oh my goodness, oh my god, this is like way too much. I wanted to go home. And to me, that was just like Berlin New Year's. Like, next year, all I want to do is just like stay home. I just want to stay home and like drink and have like a party indoors, and like not go, you know, like we could go outside just like because this area is more familial, so there's not as many like people my age, whereas Warschaustraße was just a bunch of people my age just doing fireworks, and it was like adults as well, older people as well, but it was so intense. It was so intense, and I couldn't deal. I really couldn't deal. But yeah, that's the little update. I think that's it. I don't think I've forgotten anything. Hopefully I haven't forgotten anything. Fingers crossed that I haven't forgotten anything. But yeah, that's it. Let me think. Oh no, I forgot. Actually, I'm getting married. No, I'm kidding. News! No, I'm just kidding. Or like, I'm pregnant, but I'm not. Like, I'm just joking. Sometimes I just want to like, you know, just like cause mayhem. I think it'd be really funny. Okay, little talk now. The other day we went to go watch movies, like a movie at the movie theaters, and as we were leaving, I like ran and like hugged Arvid, and this guy and his daughter were walking next to us, and they were like, oh my god, you guys are so cute together. And then the guy's like, I'm actually a wedding photographer, so if you guys plan on getting married like anytime, like just here's my card, and like I'll give you guys like free like test shots like next week. Just come and we'll do like couple photos, and then I'll give you like a discount for your wedding photos. And it was so funny the whole time after that. Me and Arvid and Finn were just talking about how, like, I was talking about how funny, and they didn't think it was funny, but I was talking about how funny it would be if like we went to go take these tester like couple photos, and then I posted them on Facebook. I'm like, guys, we're engaged, and then just watch all my family member and all my friends just like go fucking crazy, and then just be like, just kidding. But I'm not gonna do that because that's sort of mean, and that's playing with people's emotions, so I guess not. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Again, thank you for all the support that I've been getting, the new subscribers, the views, everything. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. You know, yeah, awesome. Thank you. Happy New Year, and I hope you guys all had a happy Christmas or happy Yule like I celebrated. But yeah, good luck for the new year. I hope you guys get everything you want, and as long as it's good stuff, like no bad karma stuff. Guys, be nice to one another. Be nice to one another. Peace and love for the new year. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. I'm gonna stop, or else I'm just gonna start singing a one-woman show. Okay, I'm really done now, guys. I'm done. Bye!